Please review the disclosures. Nothing written, expressed, or said here should be looked at as investment advice or an admonition to buy, sell, or trade any security or financial instrument. The Lund Loop is for informational purposes only. Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Update for Friday, September 26, 2025. Happy Friday. Not my birthday, but my sister's birthday. Can you believe that? We were born 3 days and 4 years apart. I'll just leave it right there. So, hey, if you're not in the Discord, get in there. And if you're not a paid subscriber, become one and then get in the Discord. So we had the futures up a little bit pre-market. We got through the PCE. We got through the 530 Pacific Coast economic dump. By the way, a lot of people earlier this week said, Powell made those cautious comments because he knew the PCE numbers would be bad on Friday. Guess not. Guess that's not the case. Anyway, we saw a pop in the futures when that news came out. But I said, look, I wouldn't chase this pop. The safer move, which should have been safer, the safer move is if we get a flush for the first hour or two, then firm up. Right? You don't want to chase that pop, especially after what we've seen the last 3 days. So what did we have at the open? We had that pop that you didn't want to chase. Right? And there we are at about 30 minutes into the market open, and then we start to tank, right? And then we bounce and we tank and we just go sideways, and we get this firming up action right here. Okay. And when does that resolve? It resolves right about 9:20. So first 2-3 hours it took to figure out what was happening. Once we definitively got back above the previous day's high, we saw the spread, that three-way spread in the moving averages, the 5, the 9, and the 20. And then we just kind of went higher for most of the day, closed right about where we hit that opening high. So we closed at the high of the days on the SPX, but you really, you avoided getting washed out here by not jumping on this, right? I mean, look, you could have lightened up on some positions. I'm saying just don't start any new positions right up here. Anyway, this was a safer spot. If we look at the Qs, pretty much the same thing. We tank, we go sideways, and then we see that pop like this. And we close again at the high of the day. And IWM closes the high of the day. Dow a little bit off. So what does that mean? What does that mean for next week? Because as we saw, we had 2-3 days of weakness. Is that going to resolve? I don't know. Let's go through some of the macros, put the pieces together, then we'll look at the indexes, then we'll look at the watch list. A lot of things are firming up on the watch list, which is usually a good sign. So anyway, let's get to that.